comic book, and we're going to be doing some inking. We're at the inking phase. I'm trying to cancel out a page a day. Yesterday we worked on what the hell, man. Yesterday we were able to work on page 47. It was a double page spread, and this was the inking for page 41 yesterday. So this was the base inks. I'm just applying base inks right now, nothing major. So yeah, that's what we're working on. So we're going to work on the next page, which is page 42 today, and let's see how we can cancel it out.
If he's going, because I feel like I like the player, and I know a lot of you guys like the player, and you are fans of Nico Gonzalez like I am as well, but clearly Pep wasn't. Enzo wasn't either, and we saw the evidence of that by his team selection against Arsenal at the weekend. But this one, for me, I feel like this is the start of some actual positivity, and I think a lot of you aren't factoring in the squad cost rotation ratio rules that are in place now. PSR is old. This is the first summer in which squad cost ratio rules are being implemented. In other words, 85% of your revenue. I was doing a little bit of research before this video, in fact, to try and put a little bit of perspective onto why nobody is spending money. Why nobody is spending money, really. Not to the levels that everybody wants to be. You know, only really Chelsea. Think about that. Think about that, because the squad cost ratio rules, I bet most of you weren't even aware that this was the first season these rules are being implemented. So the fact that Manchester City, according to a website I was looking at, what's the website I was looking at now? I can't remember the name of it. I'll try and find the name of it so you guys can go and look at this information yourselves in a minute. But it was, yeah, PSR Watch. Go to PSR Watch and read about each football club. Go to PSR Watch and read about each football club, because there is two squad cost ratio rules being implemented here, and there's one for the Premier League that allow you to have 85% revenue, and you're allowed to
To
go
the one person that's here, welcome to the stream. Today I'm working on inking page 41 of my comic book. Where the hell is it? 41 is in reverse. Page 42 actually of my comic book. It's a fight scene of one of the characters. Yesterday we worked on page 41, which was actually this page. Hello Michael, how you doing? Oh, thank you so much, Michael. I appreciate it. Thank you. And welcome to the stream as well. My name is John. I'm a comic book artist and illustrator in general. And I'm currently working on my own comic book. And I'm currently in page 42. I'm currently inking the comic. And I'm aiming to go for... I'm aiming to go for a page a day. That's what I'm trying to do. I finished this one yesterday. You can check out the stream. I finished this one yesterday. There was one I finished the day before. No, not this one. I actually worked on this one offline, off stream. But I worked on this one on stream. This was page 38. This was page 38. So I'm just trying to, like, I'm applying base inks, and then eventually I'll come back to detail the pages. But I'm currently at the stage where I'm doing like a fight scene of the character of like this guy is actually like sort of fighting a monster character. So I have my character expression sheet over here that I use to sort of like guide me whenever I'm detailing. Yeah, so that's basically the gist of what's happening here. So usually I just come online to just chat with people whilst I work on it, essentially. Thanks. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. don't think I'm making the right choice over here.
Percent, 85% threshold of your revenue, and that includes coaches, wages, player wages, so much now. But UEFA has a different rule. Theirs is 70%. Now, which football club aren't in Europe next season? Chelsea. And who've spent the most this summer? Chelsea. There's your answer as to why clubs aren't spending, why Chelsea is spending.
Yeah, I'm listening to you, Midnight. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. Hope you're having a lovely night. How are things going on your end? I'm currently working on a comic book. That's what's going on here basically, and it's my own comic book, and I am doing the base inks. I'm applying the base inks for the comic. So that's the gist. Over here I have my character sheet. This guy over here, this is the character sheet for the character. So I have it with me a lot, especially since I'm working on this character. So it just helps me, just keeps me in line. It helps me so that I know how far I can extend the features of the character and how it looks.
Because they don't have to comply to the UEFA squad cost ratio rules. Everyone else, the likes of United, City, Liverpool, Arsenal, we've all got to comply to these rules. Spurs are spending big as well, aren't they? Figuring it out yet? We're getting there. Do you know what I mean? Now that we're making sales, I think Manchester City can therefore spend. So rather than wetting the bed and shitting yourselves at the lack of activity from Manchester City, try to educate yourselves on the situation that's going on from the business sense of the football, rather than just going, Viana, what you doing? What you doing, Viana? Do something. Some of you just want news. You don't even care what it is. Like, get Enzo Fernandez in, regardless of the personality, regardless of who he is and what he is, and what he symbolises, as a person, as a player profile, how unsuitable he is to Manchester City. Well, you want him to play as a 6. Now we've lost Nico Gonzalez. We absolutely, categorically need a new number 6. Without question, we need a new number 6. No two ways about it. We've lost Rodri and we've lost Nico Gonzalez. Buwadi is absolutely coming in. Has to be in this situation now. And I mean, that's going to be 50% of the profit, well, the money rather than profit, the money that we have recouped from this situation of selling Reinders, selling Rodri and selling Nico Gonzalez. You've got to be getting close to 200 million. Probably a bit less, maybe 170 to 180 million in the door for those three midfielders. But I would argue you need at least 2 to replace those 3 that have left the football club. We've already got Elliot Anderson in through the door, and Kovacic is still at the football club. But Buwadi coming in means we absolutely need at least one more. I would say two to have a guaranteed cover as a number 6, unless you start promoting with him. And then if you've got to look at the winger situation, maybe some of that money goes towards a new winger. I'm going to be doing a new video soon looking at the options for Manchester City as for wingers, so stick around for that as well. But I do think this is a situation that is probably a trigger point to spark things into action. I don't think we need to all panic.
All right, over here what I do is that I have a reference for my monster character, because oh my goodness, un momento. I have a reference for the monster character, which is this guy over here, and so I usually look at the monster whenever I am working. I have a character design for the monster, just a quick character design, but yeah, this is the reference I look at whenever I am working on the monster, which I'm going to be drawing over here. So I just have it at the side it's not necessarily like in front because there's basically no space and the setup is just mid at best. So that's sort of like what's going on. Uh, yeah.
This point in time, we don't. We absolutely don't need to panic at this point. I do think it's
Okay.
yes. 2 weeks away, I get it. We haven't signed it. I would like to see a little bit more. I've got concerns. I'll agree with you. I don't think panic is the right approach to this situation, though. I really don't. And I think we are going to rectify it. I think we are going to sign people who remains to be seen. There are options out there. I personally like the Adam Wharton, for example. A lot of people are suggesting Adam Wharton. I'm in complete agreement with you for the likes of Adam Wharton. I mean, there are other names out there for me. You know, you look at Viana and his links to Sporting Lisbon. Hoyland, for example, he is an out-and-out number 6. How good is he at bringing the ball out from the back? Not as good as Rodri, but he's not bad. He's a good shout.
I'm not convinced right now it's working smoothly. That's not to say it won't work. That's not to say that there's a plan that we're just not privy to. But I'd be amazed if anyone, including Viana, Khaldoon, Maresca, anyone, felt that this is where City should be a few days before the Premier League season starts. It just feels like something is going wrong somewhere. Something isn't being smoothly run. It doesn't feel right, does it? It doesn't feel right. I'm really trying my best to approach this rationally and with a calm head. But I am confused, and I'm not doomsdaying, but I just don't think any City fan, I think it's entirely understandable for any City fan, when you list these scenarios together, I'm going to list them out for you. We're intensely linked to Enzo Fernandez, very divisive, regardless if you think that Fernandez is brilliant or not, it is a change, he's divisive. City have famously gone for players that they felt were like esteemed characters, you know? And Fernandez isn't that. He absolutely isn't that. So that's a change, and that's fine. But it's divisive. He played last season. He played sort of as a number 10 a lot. He's not very good defensively. He's a very good player, absolutely. But he is. It's like, okay, well, he's more. Last season he was attacking midfielder. We've got Shirky Bone there. Okay. But anyway, so that happens. That's confusing, divisive. That's divisive. Then we get battered by Arsenal. Okay, that hurts a bit. Then it's confirmed that Rodri's going. That hurts an awful lot. And the fee is also really low. That hurts a lot because it's like 60 odd million for Rodri. You kidding me? So there's a bunch of things already.
Okay.
Then it's come out that Doku is now injured, despite inactivity around wingers. That hurts. He's out for several weeks, apparently. Then, of course, after that, Rodri was announced going, which is another little sting. And now it's come out, top of that, that actually City might be considering selling Nico Gonzalez. You know, after Reinders has gone as well. Savino's still here as well, despite not wanting to be here. And now we're apparently going to sell Nico Gonzalez, according to David Ornstein. Let me go find the article from David Ornstein, bring that up on screen. It said Newcastle are in talks to sign Nico Gonzalez from Man City. Newcastle are in talks to sign him. The North East Club is seeking midfield reinforcements after losing Bruno Guimaraes and Tonali, blah, blah, blah. He made 41 appearances for City during last season, but started only 2 Premier League games after January, including the 5 matches in Maguire, like from French players, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Essentially, they need him. He signed a deadline day of 2025, 60 million quid. This is with the Euro salary, 52 million quid. And blah blah blah, etc. Look, so basically this feels like something that could go on to happen. So when you get all that and you're thinking, well, we're keeping Kovacic free. I know he's got a year left contract. Kovacic is ahead of Nico Gonzalez. I don't mind Kovacic as a footballer, I never have done. But Kovacic is not the future. When you're ushering in a new area, you don't lean on a guy who's injury prone, spent all last season out, and he's got a year left of his contract. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Does it? I don't know. Does it make sense? If it does make sense, it doesn't make sense to me. And I don't think I'm moaning to not understand that. I don't think I'm moaning to not understand it. I also am so very confused by Nico Gonzalez. The noise around him. Like statistically, I remember the first half of the season, he was genuinely one of the most impressive defensive midfielders in the game. He was. He actually was. Like, I love to find the stats for it, but like Rodri was obviously Rodri. No one's Rodri. No one's Rodri. No one is. But Nico Gonzalez was objectively one of the best defensive midfielders in the league for the first half of the season. Not perfect, of course not. Crinkles to iron out, things to improve, absolutely. But he was good. He was good. He was a good player. And as Guardiola said, very coachable, very easy to work with. So you've got a guy who wants to be here, as he said in his own words multiple times that he wants to be here. And we're moving him on for a guy, Kovacic, who's injury prone, with a year left in his contract, and we're getting rid of Reinders. So, I mean, if I'm being honest with you, Reinders and Nico Gonzalez both gone already. I mean, it's not looking good, is it? We've signed, they've both been here for less than a year and a half. It just doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good at all. Rodri's gone. And that's left us with Anderson, who's now apparently number 6, and Kovacic. Is that it? Yeah. Currently, that's it. I just don't understand it. I really don't understand it. And I understand that this could all be solved. I just want to know what the plan is. I want to know what it is, because Enzo Fernandez, I'm sure he'll play a little bit deeper if he joins, absolutely. But last season he spent a lot of time as a number 10. And now he's going to come in as a number 6 or 8. Okay, fair enough, he played that deep in his career at some point. But what is it with Nico Gonzalez? What are we not seeing as fans? I don't understand. I feel like I'm being gaslit at this. Like, what are we... I just don't know what we're missing on this, because to me he's obviously a good midfielder, could get much better. Like, I'm not saying he's special, but he's very good, often very good midfielder. Yeah. Would I rather have him over Kovacic? Absolutely, every single day of the week. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, people are saying he's stiff and slow on the ball, but I look defensively, he was well, he wasn't too stiff when we were one of the best teams in the league the first half of the season, was he? As a backup, I would rather. He's garbage. I mean, I don't know. Is there something I missed there? He had a few poor games where he barely played, but like, was he shit when it was him behind with Foden and Shirky and Doku and Haaland and that? Was he shit there? I don't know. I just didn't feel like he was. Just didn't feel like he was to me. Generally didn't feel shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. But what I will say, if you think he's shit, fair enough. If you think Ryder was shit, fair enough. Why the fuck are we signing him then? What's going on? Like, what is going on? Like, I don't understand. Like, we are fannying about right now. Like, City are faffing about big time. Like, I just don't see the vision. And then going on to the winger thing, we reportedly wanted a winger, but we seem desperate to keep Savinho, a guy who doesn't deliver. Savinho's all potential. We seem desperate to keep Savinho, who doesn't score or deliver, and he's flirting with Spurs constantly. And then we apparently we were worried about Doku, that it being a recurring injury from the World Cup, and then he's gonna get injured, and we still need to replace him. Now, look, apparently Maurice isn't happy about being a backup going to Maresca, and he's still here. And before you just get onto the Donnarumma Trafford stuff, which felt like a clusterfuck even back then, where we signed Trafford to clearly be one day number 1 after Edison. Trafford was clearly signed to be one day number 1 after Edison. Everyone knew that. Then we randomly, last day of the transfer to bought Donnarumma, and they have to say, sorry, Trafford got it wrong. Even if you rate Donnarumma, it's clearly a mad plan. Like, the plan wasn't clearly there. Is what I'm saying is that all these plans just seem so confused. I'm getting so confused right now. I feel like we're constantly trying to correct mistakes, and it's like, I'm just getting very, very confused by it. And I'm a positive. I am, guys, I am, but I'm just thrashing around trying to find the plan in it all. I can't see it right now. I guess until I find a reason to do that. Look, if Bawadi and Enzo Fernandez come in over the next few days, okay. Look, even if you don't think Fernandez, you'll like him. He's a good player of quality, and he will obviously be useful in the balanced midfield. And Bawadi's one of the best young players, midfielders in world football, and Anderson is a very good player. So at that point, Anderson, Bawadi, Enzo Fernandez, Kovacic, with Shirky and Foden is a good midfield. It is. I understand that. But I would have preferred it with Nico Gonzalez there, absolutely. And even then there's a debate around Enzo Fernandez, but I don't think he's a good player. I do think he is, but I don't think he's a great player. He also has question marks defensively. He does. Then before you even get the fact that he's pissing off half the fan bases, the other half is fine, but like, I'd like a transfer that we can all get behind, if that makes sense. Because you know, you're an obvious like no-brainer. And Enzo Fernandez is not an obvious no-brainer for, I would argue, even for everyone at Man City, because City previously didn't try and sign people with any sort of disrespect behind them. So that is obviously a confusing one. And it feels like Fernandez is one that Maresca wants, so we're going in for him, which is not really what City usually do. And this is not me to moan, I'm just trying to work it out. I'm just trying to work it out, and look, we're not going for a Nunez backup option apparently. Look, is Rico going to be here still? Okay, whatever. We'll giving up on Rico Lewis. We tried to play Kusan right back, and he's not really a right back. It's very obvious that he's a centre back. What's the plan there? Like, what's the plan? What's going on? Why do we not just have a young, talented right back? Like, why do we not have a young, talented right back behind Nunez? I don't understand it. You know, like 20-year-old who's going to challenge him. I don't understand. Sorry, the volume's low. Apparently, I'll up the volume. Why haven't we got Buwadi in yet? Like, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't really understand what's going on. I want to know because, like, it just. Yes. I'm going to put the positive. After all that like negativity and moaning, I'm going to.
Thank you,
emphasise the positive
Gappy.
spin.
How you doing?
I
I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. I'm just trying to get his expression and the angles right, so that it looks good. I'm not trying to make it the most perfect face ever, but I think I'm getting close to how like it probably should look. I think I ended up making his face really big, so I'm going to have to reduce that. Okay. Is wearing a suit, so, and a tie. Okay, I think this is good. I can start inking from here. I think I like where I've arrived at, sketch wise. It's good enough to start, for me to start. think the brush is probably quite big, so I need to reduce that a little. Don't know. And that's his bow tie. I don't know. It's going to have a vest over here like this.
If he sells Savinio for 75 to 85 million, 85, Rodri for 65, don't like 150 million, something like that. Reinders for 60-ish, call it 200 million there. Nico G for 50, 250, Trafford call it roughly 300 quid. Ake and Kanji players. I can imagine how we get to 350 million pound sales out. It's a lot of money, it's an awful lot of money. We've only spent 150 of that work. So we got, and then you can get rid of some wages and some big players. You've got $500 million to spend there. Like we could easily spend that with the wages and transfers. So the money is there. Like if we could go out and buy a young right back for 40 million, if we could go out and spend 200 million on buying 2 more midfielders, and we could go out and buy a winger for 80 million, and that's all affordable given the title. That's a lot to do in 12 days. That's a lot to do in 12 days. And I just do not agree that that is ideal. You do not want to spend £400 million extra again when the season started. Like, you're going to get rinsed. And surely if anyone already knows what's going round, anyone who knows already gone already. So I just, and if they were available, then why? And is there something going on? Is it PSR? Is it the charges? Is it like no one can agree what's going on? Is it disagreements between Maresca and Viana? Is it that the players we wanted aren't available? I don't know, but I am very, very, very confused. And it feels like we've been waiting all to find out what's going on with Rodri. And it feels like we're giving them big money to Savinho now as well. Big contract last summer. They didn't want to be here even then. Like, why? Why have we got to give Savinho a fucking new contract last summer after he spent ages trying to get a move to Spurs? What is going on? Why have we lost focus? Why? And then Marmouche is hanging around. He's not apparently that happy, but he's on minimum 200 grand a week, so no one wants him. And apparently he's not that bothered about staying, apparently going to rest himself. I really, really am starting to worry the idea he's been taking the ball a little bit. Like, it's getting a bit nerve-wracking. But yeah, listen, this is what City fans wanted for Ghana. No, speak for yourself, mate. I did not want Rodri gone. I did want not Nico G gone. I did not want Bernardo gone. What are you on about? I didn't want that at all. Like, you can speak for yourself, BM Plus, but I definitely didn't want that going, mate. I've never wanted Rodri gone, and I thought Nico G was a good player. Fine, I didn't care. I thought he got it wrong. But yeah. Oh, look. If it comes out and we sign that Baye fella from PSG, we got bid on 100 million from Barcelona and get lucky. Fine, okay. If we come out and we sign Kalani, and then, you know, Mark Scott, Walter, and Lorenzo Fernandez, okay, fine. But then if it comes out we don't sign a right back, then you want Brumble. Who's Brumble? What are you on about? Barton's very underrated, mate. He's miles better to Savinho. But I need to feel, personally as a City fan, I need to feel that City know what they're doing, and I think we all need to feel that. And right now, I just don't feel like that. I feel uneasy. It's obviously compounded by a hellish couple of days, absolutely. Like, he's definitely yeah, it's definitely compounded. I know Jimmy Green was made, but I didn't know what your point was, because fictional characters doesn't exist. I know what you're on about. Yeah, I understand that it's hard, but we're in the most like trepidatious soft season that we've had in a generation. Like, genuinely, like, we've come from a period of unprecedented success, and the idea of Maresca was it was a safe pair of hands, you know, a gentle easing in, carry on, and crack on. And what would happen is, you know, it would be easy. But it just feels like, I think we have every right now to feel comforted, if that makes sense. I definitely don't feel comforted. I definitely feel confused. Super chat from Milano, Stato 8127 said, assume they're working up names. If we get Guardiola, Enzo, 1 or 2 signings, we would feel better. Water spots and surely options. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. I mean, I would immediately go, right, okay, fair enough, there's a plan. It doesn't feel like it, does it? Because if it was more than a Scott, 15, 30 million this rate. Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult. Yeah, I agree. It could, you know, all the stains could come out in the wash. I understand, but it's. I feel like we're going to go into this season. Like, in the season, let's just build the squad. Should we build the squad? Maybe start it tomorrow, presuming this guy's gone. I know that's disingenuous, but let's do it anyway. Let's presume he's gone, because let's take stock of where we're at right now. Very moaning right now. I probably shouldn't want to be. It doesn't help that I'm very tired today. So Donnarumma, really bets. Okay. No, with Trappers there. I always prefer Trappers. I generally do. I think I don't just do. We've got O'Reilly, Aid Norrie. I thought Gay, Yosko, Diaz, Koos, Rex, Nunez, Rico, that's currently the squad. It's saying Nick Pizarro's and Ryan Got Rodri. Midfield options are Cover. That's it. Anderson. Is that it? Deeper? Currently? Yeah, it's a current stance. Haaland, Marmouche up top. Foden, Shirky. These are the midfield options there. Polish, Doku, Grealish. I'm going to presume Savinho's gone as well. I mean, Semenyo and Ikedi, was it? Ikedi, maybe? I mean, if that's the sort of state of play, Savinho was even, he didn't want to be in the Community Shield. That is rusty, man. That is the weakest squad we've had in 15, 20 years, I would say. That is, yeah, looking rough, lads. We've got a lot of work to do. Like, it's not looking good, is it? It doesn't look, I mean, Jesus. It's, that's not a squad that is going to, well, that could easily fall apart, that squad. And that's the mid-table side, I would say. With injuries and lack of form. It's not because there isn't talent. A lot of those players are good enough to play for the top team. It's just the exodus of experience and leadership. A lot of work to do there, man. A lot of work to do. I truly believe there's a lot of talent there, but a lot of them are talent that needs guiding. A lot of them are talent that needs experience around them, and maybe I should just put Seaman there, okay, right? There you go, I'll do that now. There you go. It makes it a bit easier for you guys. I just don't know what to make of that, really. Like, that is a painful drop off in the treble area. There's no way to put it. So, what was the treble area of the squad? Ederson, Ortega, Scott Carson, even the third keeper was better. Then it was Cancelo and can't remember who was left back. Then it was obviously Stones, Diaz, was Ake? Yeah, Cancelo, Ake, Stones, Diaz, Laporte, and Kanji, Kyle Walker. In midfield you had Gundogan, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. Left wing you had Grealish and who was that left wing? Forgot. In the treble season. Then we also had Alvarez, you had Haaland, you had Mahrez. Who else did it better left wing in the treble season? It was just Grealish, wasn't it? Have I forgotten? I'm tired, I can't remember. The phone was both the last one as well.
Okay, that one took a minute.
Well, I don't think it's worse than Sergio Gomez, but yeah, I forgot about him.
Okay.
Still excited for the treble season, mate. I was way before that. Sorry, still last season before that. So,
Let me draw.
Doku won't be available now for a while. I am struggling to get my head around this. I genuinely need to see some big movement. I mean, you start to wonder as well, like, will players ask? Yeah, I mean, Chaotic said in the chat, will Haaland start to go? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not a mid-table side. He can do better, but he can easily, he's not mid-table, but he can easily get dragged into it, you know. He can get dragged into a bit of battle, giving everything. Like, what sometimes good players can get dragged into when they've been rudderless or the plan isn't there, you know. And I think the City side is better than the table, but he can absolutely get dragged into 7th grade if it goes wrong, because heads can be lost and stuff like that, and it could easily become a bit of mental. I mean, yeah, we could, yeah. maybe Roger was right. Yeah, I don't know. Eesh. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping waiting for some breaking news that things will be better tonight. I really am. I've got everything to say, but then Jesus, don't know what's going on, man. Guys, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, there's a plan. I need to see what it is because Borevsky has been hung out to dry currently because this is not even close to good. It's not even close to good right now. If you want to compete, we'll see how many coaches, I guess. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.
I'm enjoying this, I can't lie.
Guys, we've got this sorted. You know, guys, no need to worry. Before we get it started, chat, if you want to check out the merch, support your boy, grab yourself some merch. Yeah, you want some of this, bro, for your holiday, yeah?
Please.
You want some merch for a holiday? Get some merch. You want to some merch? Link in description, link in pinned comment. We've got the beautiful light blue t-shirt, pep inspired, catalog range. We've got the cap and we've got the ice spray. Go check it out, link in the description. Humour it, what you say. It's been a crazy day. We'll come up to the chat in a minute, yeah? We've got to talk about it. What are you saying?
It's been a crazy week and it's not even started, the league. You know what I'm saying? Like we had the community shield. I'm sure you spoke plenty about that. Been a bit of a shit show, but nevertheless we move on.
Hello, Grimlock Galore. That's a cool name. Grimlock Galore. Thanks for stopping by on the stream. I appreciate it. Yeah, I am working on my comic book page. I don't know if you were here earlier, but if you're just joining, I'm working on my comic book page and I am inking it. And that's what's going on here. And I'm currently at page 42. This is page 42 of the comic book. So, you know, it's a 53-page comic book. So there's still a lot to do, but we have gone far. I'm just applying base inks to the comic and just a little bit of detail here and there to just make it look good. I don't know if you were there before, but let me show you the previous page I worked on where I applied base inks as well. So this is the previous page. This is page 41 that I worked on and inked. And it's a fight scene, basically just a quick fight sequence. That's what's going on basically. So I am enjoying myself a lot, I won't lie, but I'm trying at least to still like show some level of speed whilst working on it, so that, you know, it can be productive. Well, at least I can be productive. My goal is to finish a page a day, inking a page a day actually. So yeah, so far it has been going all right. Let's see if I'm able to finish this one today. So that's, with that timeline, it has helped me to sort of not dawdle too much, and it keeps me on my toes. But generally that's what's happening here.
Go on. I'm so out of tune with YouTube these days. I'm not a YouTuber now. What are jewels and umbrellas and all this stuff that man said?
The jewels. So people tell me on TikTok, yeah, they're jewels. I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know what it is. But apparently there are jewels on TikTok, and then they send jewels in. But I don't know what it is. I don't think it's money. It's not like they're giving me money. I don't think it's that. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like a light bulb or something.
Bro, send money, man, not jewels. Send money.
Send fucking money, not jewels, bro. Unless you send me diamonds and rubies.
If they're real jewels, send them, man. Sorry, yeah, I just wasn't sure what that was. But he's going ham with them anyway. Fair play. It's a wild day today. I was watching just before I went live with you here. I was watching the Rodri exit interviews and I was getting a bit emotional. You know what I mean? The amount of memories we have of that guy. And then, boom, David Ornstein comes in. Nico Gonzalez to Newcastle is now very much a possibility. And you know, like I know you speak a lot about journalists and journalists who tweet too much and journalists who only tweet when there's something, you know, legitimately happening. Ornstein, obviously, you all know David Ornstein. He will only tweet this if there's genuine, you know, reality to this. So when I saw that, I went, oh my god. Like, look, a lot of you people in the chat, and I've seen on Twitter as well, talking Hugo Viana this, Hugo Viana that, like, get him out, blah, blah, blah. I ain't doing that. I'm reserving judgment until I feel judgment is fair. I don't think judgment is fair right now. I think, yeah, things could have been done a lot better. I tweeted before we went live as well. I feel bad for Maresca. All he's signed is a keeper, Anderson. He's lost like 5-6 players. So, you know, I think getting some more players through the door a few weeks ago would have been a great thing. Now we're looking like having not much of a midfield really at all. We're a Semenyo injury away from right now having pretty well no fit wingers. Jack Grealish maybe. Is he even going to stay? I don't know. I don't know, Jack. There's so much going on, man. It's like this is all uncharted territory for me. What does that say? City are keen to offload.
So apparently, I've read David Ornstein's article. Nico G does not want to leave. He's already said he don't want to leave. And David Ornstein's article says he don't want to leave. But City want him gone. Now obviously, TalkSport now saying, and if this is Alex Cook, I'll listen to him because he's been really good last couple of years as a source. He's saying City need to offload Nico G to fund the Enzo deal and the Buwadi deal. Well, I don't believe the Buwadi deal. That can't be right. Yeah, but maybe the Enzo deal. But
we are not in a position where we need to sell to buy. That makes absolutely no sense to me. When you're a club striving for trophies and trying to continue some sort of a track record of success past what we just had recently, you simply can't be in a mind frame of we must sell this person to buy that person. If the squad needs something, go and get it. You know what I'm saying? The money's there. None of us are stupid. We absolutely know the money is there to buy whatever we want, I think, in this world. I think if we were absolutely badass, we'd go into Bradley Barcola right now and say, boom, we're going to slap money down. We want you to come to Man City. Why? Because we have Jeremy Doku injured now. We have Jack Grealish, who doesn't know he's still a footballer. And we have Antoine Semenyo, who, you know, is an explosive footballer. He's capable of getting injured every now and again too. So, like, I don't buy this sell to buy stuff, or we need to offload to go and get this. We knew from the end of the season we were losing Stones, we were losing Bernardo, we were losing Pep. There was every chance we could lose Rodri and whoever else we said goodbye to. We lost James Trafford. So to turn around and go, oh yeah, but we've just said to Kovacic we want you to see out your contract, and we kind of need Nico G to leave to buy another midfielder. What the hell are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that's lacking ambition, in my opinion. I think that's a cop-out. It's a cop-out, that's what it is.
yeah, I don't really get what's going on, to be honest with you. Like, I just did a stream then, right? So I was basically just telling the chat that I think we end up getting the players that the club want. It's not like I think we're in a situation where the window's going to close in 2 weeks and we have nobody who's not signed. But I think we are going to get the players in. But it's the execution that is just poor. One thing that the City have done over the years, yeah, we've been a well-managed club. People say we're the best club in the world, you know, during the last 10 years, right? But it just kind of feels like it's very messy. Now, I know it's a tough summer for Viana. I've said this, and I'm not just gonna slag him off without giving him, you know, some grace. It's a difficult summer. He's lost Stones. He's lost Ake, he's lost Bernardo, he's losing Rodri, and there's probably other players there that he wants to get rid of that he can't. He's telling Nico G wants to go. Don't know why. Who fucking knows why he's doing that? Marmoush, he probably wants Marmoush to go, but there's probably no one that's willing to pay his wages and pay Man City the fee. There's some grace on certain things, yeah? But you've still got to get the players through the door that we need. We've still got to be able to compete. And my problem is here is Maresca's starting the Premier League season in 5 days. And as it stands, assuming this guy gets sold, Nico Gonzalez, in the next 2 days, we have effectively 2 midfielders. Because Biwadi's probably not going to be available for Sunday. It's now, what day is it now? Tuesday. If we get the here we go tomorrow, he does the medical on Thursday, he gets announced on Friday. Is he going to be on the squad on Sunday? I mean, he may.
You have to. You have to be in the squad. There's no one else to be in the bench. He may not, like, he might not be fit to come on and participate. But like, we're at the point now where you're looking at academy players come into the match day squad as of right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can be damn sure. What's his name? Makaidu. He's going to have to be in the squad now on Sunday, isn't he? He's going to have to be part of potentially.
But he's injured, isn't he? Is he injured?
Is he injured as well?
He got injured in pre-season. I don't know if he's fit yet. Chat, does anyone know if McKay's back from injury? Because he did get injured. He got injured in pre-season.
I vaguely remember that. I vaguely remember he got injured, but I don't know the extent of it. Like, I just think the planning was poor. You know, if we get the right players and you know, we'll push them to show the squad looks in the right place and kind of have what we need for the season, then I kind of go, okay, right, well, at least you did that. But the planning seems to be poor. Like, we knew from the last kick of the ball in May that Stones, Bernardo, probably Ake, maybe Rodri, probably Trafford, and whoever else were going to go. So why is it taking this long for us to really bolster the squad? I feel bad for Maresca. Do you know what I mean? I feel bad for him. Because we have let go, or we lost, rather, the greatest manager of all time, who built a dynasty, who built a squad with identity, who built a proper legacy in the English football game and European football. And we owe it to the man taking his place to give him the platform, the tools, and the right resources to try and start his own version of that, or at least try and, you know, stabilize things. No one's saying to Maresca you need to go win this, that, the other, or trebles and quadruples, whatever. But at the very least, give the guy a chance. Give him the chance to, you know, to keep things going or to do his best. We're not right now. I think factually you can say we are not giving Enzo Maresca the best chance possible. Pep probably communicated to the club well in advance. Like I said, I'm sure the club knew well in advance. So the club had a lot longer than even we're saying here to prepare for this moment. Now we're going into our first Premier League game of the season with 2 new players, one being a backup keeper, and we've lost him in 4 or 5. I feel bad for the guy. I can't lie. It's a really, really shit position to be in. And I'm not hearing the money thing. I'm not hearing the self-buy thing. I'm not hearing that we have to offload this player, that player, the other player to go and get who we need. In my opinion, in this situation, worry about the offloading after you've brought in the players. At least then you have what you need, and you can find alternatives. You can get rid of players quicker than buy them. So I don't know. I feel bad for him. It's a difficult one. Sunday, look, you can get upset about Sunday's performance all you want. I was there. It was rubbish. You know what I'm saying? The best part was Cardiff, a great venue. But, you know, there wasn't a great indication. That Arsenal team, in fairness to them, they're fairly stacked. They have a lot going for them. And we're miles behind that, if you ask me right now.
Yeah, what do you make of this Nico Gonzalez thing, though? Like, I think it's got to be one of the strangest situations I think we've had at this club for a long time. Do you rate him? Do you think he's good? Do you think he's an average player? Do you understand why we're trying to sell him? Again, just repeat for people that are just joining. Nico G is now in talks to sign for Newcastle, and he doesn't actually want to leave City. Dave Morrissey's confirmed it. What do you think's going on here with this? Because neither manager likes this guy.
It's weird. Like, it's obvious Maresca has a different way of thinking as to how midfield should look. We saw that the weekend with the way he played Anderson and the way the midfield in general looked in the weekend. Nico probably is more of a lone 6 if that's where he's to play. Obviously he plays an 8-2, but it's weird. It's weird. I don't think Enzo Maresca has told Nico Gonzalez I don't want you. I just don't see that being the case. He talked about fair slates or clean slates and fair chances for everyone. He brought on Jack Grealish in the second half on the weekend. So why all of a sudden do we want to get rid of Nico Gonzalez? All I can think of is he's not the kind of profile maybe that Enzo wants. I don't know. It's a weird one. I like Nico Gonzalez a lot. I've always said that. I think he has a lot to offer. And I think if he leaves before this weekend, we will learn to live to regret it. I really do. I think he's a big player in the making. He's a young defensive midfielder. He's got a lot of learning to do, a lot of physical developing to do. It just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. If it was a position that we were stacked in, I'd say, all right, maybe it kind of is what it is. You can't hold on to everyone, but not like it's a bit of a kick in the teeth for me. And I'd say this for Nico G, to be here at Vienna told Kovacic, I want you to stay, and then boom, you have to go. Newcastle want you, and we need to offload you to bring in someone else.
It has to be a money thing. It has to be a money thing.
But can you put logic on this, Richards? I just don't understand the money thing. I don't.
So say we sell Nico. How much would we buy Nico G for?
60 or something.
Let me double check how much it is.
Chap, in around 60.
Right, BBC said it was 60 million euros, so 50 million pounds, right? That was a 5-year contract, yeah? So, he probably owes us now, on the PSR fee, on the amortisation, probably owes us about, what would you say, about 35 million? So if you sell it now for 55, 60 mil, you're making 30 million profit on the PSR, on how the player trading profits go. If you sell Kovacic, you're going to get 6 mil. So you're going to get 6 mil profit as opposed to 30, 35. And maybe, remember, I remind people, Stefan Mawson said to me on Twitter, not in DMs, so I can say it, he said it on Twitter to me in January, that he doesn't see how City could sign Gay and Semenyo because he thinks we're really close to breaching the rules on spend because of how much money we've spent, yeah? So if we was really close, we must be really close now. And obviously we're letting players go, but we're not really getting too many fees, yeah? The Savio fee's not actually gone yet, we've got to replace him anyway. So maybe we have to sell Nico G to get that 30 million to be able to buy Enzo or Buwaki or whatever.
I just don't understand. Like, we spent the last 5 years talking about let's spend this and how we made profit on that summer, and we barely spent fuck all this summer and made this much money, and we're so proud of all our academy prospects that we sold for 5, 10, 15, 20 million a pop. How are we in a position whereby we could offer 105 for Enzo Fernandez, and now we need to sell a fucking player for 60 million to find the other 15 that Chelsea wanted in the first place? Obviously, look, I'm not an expert. I don't know anything about City's books, but the way the information we're given suggests that the club has been in a very healthy position financially, and exceeding expectations financially on a yearly basis. Now there's a 15 million difference between what we offer for Enzo Fernandez and what Chelsea want that we can't stump up. Also, why are we in this specific pool of players? Like, are you telling me there's no other players in Spain, in Italy, in Holland, anywhere? Like another Rodri that they just found out of nowhere.
No.
Why does it have to be Enzo or bust?
Well, obviously Maresca wants it. Maresca's clearly desperate to get Enzo Fernandez. And listen, like, again, I know people don't want him, right? If Maresca's coming to Villarreal, I'll tell you one thing this is going to do, yeah? This is going to pile pressure on Maresca. Big time. Because if you're going to Villarreal and saying, I need Enzo Fernandez in this team, because obviously we keep saying that. Because like you saying, you're not telling me there isn't a midfielder anywhere on the planet that can't come in and do a job, yeah? He's saying to Villarreal, I need no alternative Enzo Fernandez. So if you get Enzo Fernandez...
Hello Walter, how you doing?
Mate, because the club...
Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a nice day. I am currently working on my comic book. I'm working on, this is page 42 of the comic, and I am in the inking phase. I am doing a base ink. I'm not adding like blacks or toning yet, just base inks. It's a 53 page comic book, currently on page 42. So that's basically what I'm doing here. Let me show you the previous page I've worked on, since you're just joining. This was the previous page that I worked on. And yeah, so it's a fight scene, it's a fight sequence, and it has been going on for a while, I can't lie. So these are like the amount of pages that we've done so far. Yeah, thank you so much, thank you. So every day I try to hop on stream for about an hour or so thereabouts, to so that I can work on like the pages essentially. So that's what I'm doing here. That's essentially what is going on, what I'm doing. So far we're done with the 2 panels, and I'm going for a third one, the third panel. Oh, you're an artist too? That's cool. That's nice to hear. What type of arts do you like to do, or what type of arts do you focus on, or are you interested in? You drew the Mona Lisa. I don't understand. Oh, okay. Oh, you drew the Mona Lisa. Okay. So you're interested in like classical paintings, like Renaissance paintings, things like that. Is that what you're saying? Make the alien thing blood green. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just applying base inks, and I don't think I'm going to color it. And if I were to color it, I don't know yet if green is what I'm going to use. So okay, so what I'm doing basically is I am sketching. This was the storyboards that I did earlier for the page, and because of how rough it is, sometimes I might have to sketch it just a little bit more to get clarity on what is happening, and then before I finally add the inks like this. So once I finally apply blacks and things like that, it's going to look a lot better. But at the moment, this will have to serve. So I have a character sheet over here that helps me, that helps guide me generally in the character and how the character should look. I'm going to try and do like a silhouette of the character, and we go from there.
Just going to spend 120 million pounds. Yeah. Caused the situation as well where like people are saying, "Why the fuck are we getting this guy because of the racism and what he's like as a character?" It's caused that bullshit. Yeah, in the fan base. So you better make sure this works, mate, because if it doesn't, bro, Maresca's gonna get cooked, man. Yeah, so maybe, bro, maybe Diana, we don't know yet, but maybe Diana's saying to Maresca, bro, I can get you a midfielder now, today. This guy from France, this guy from Germany, this guy from Spain, this guy from Argentina, this guy, and maybe Maresca's just going, I want Fernandez. And then if that's what he's saying, maybe Vian's like, right, well, I'll fucking get you in. But that means you're fucking me over now, because now I've got to sell all these players because I can't afford them because they want 130. So that means you're going to go into Sunday's game against Bournemouth with no fucking players. But if you want Enzo Fernandez, I'll get you Enzo Fernandez. But just give me a bit of time, because I need to sell to buy, because he's 120 million. He might even be more now because it's the deadline.
Look, I get it. I get it when a manager really fucking wants something. You know, he's gonna make that clear, and he's obviously doing that because we're still getting the word that City are going to try and make it happen, or try and make the deal happen, even though this magical deadline came and passed. But as you say yourself, man, if we go and get Enzo Fernandez, we let go of all these players, we've made basically you're shifting your finances drastically so that you can go and make this player a Manchester City player, and it doesn't work, or things don't work out, or he comes and causes trouble, or anything along these lines. You kind of got blood in your hands, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to defend you, it's hard to back you, because, look, I'm following Man City a lot longer than Enzo Maresca's working at Man City. And all I can say is, our scouting network for random players that we pulled from around Europe, very good. You know, it's been pretty good. I've always liked them. This guy called Rodri we brought in from Atletico Madrid in 2019. No one knew about that guy. He came in and won a Ballon d'Or. So I'd be damn sure, people, that City's scouting list is absolutely massive. I refuse to believe they're all sitting in the boardroom going, Enzo Fernandez. The world doesn't revolve around Enzo Fernandez, there's a lot more to it. But Maresca, you say, if you want them, better fucking work, mate.
It clearly, for Maresca, the world clearly does revolve around Enzo Fernandez. It must do. They must do.
Look at one of those Barcelona, like Gavi or one of these guys. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, you think Man City are decided to play for Barcelona? Fucking hell, bro. We sell them players.
We just with them players. That's what we
Yeah,
do.
man.
We just
We'll buy them.
They Klarna are footballers. Do you know, like it's the relationship we have with Barcelona is bizarre. I think you may have said it, or maybe it was Stephen Mack. Someone I was watching the stream recently, and someone, it might have been you, said Barcelona has La Masia, the greatest academy in world football. Yeah, they are world renowned for producing technical fucking wizards. You're telling me there isn't one youngster kind of in their version of EDX that is standing out or is looking really good, but we can't go, right, you're having Rodri, cool, fine, he wants to go, you want it, fine, it is what it is.
That's it.
But that young lad that you have playing number 6 for your under 20s, or he's on the verge of the first team, we'd like to have him. For what? We gave you Ferran Torres, you fucked us over with Messi, you've taken our Ballon d'Or winner, give us the fucking youngster. You know what I'm saying? Give us something here. It's all a bit funky for me. Same as, like, it's not just Barcelona, bro. There's youngsters all over world football. I'm sure there's loads in the league that you or I have never heard of, or or Serie A or anything in France, like another Buati, who we've never heard of, but scouts better have paid big money to do these things. I'm sure they're well aware. Go and pull the trigger on one or two, a winger. I'm no to project, but I'm at the point now where it's like, if a winger came in with, you know, he was young, a lot of pedigree, I'd say, I take, we need that right now.
This is the thing, bro. I did say that about Barcelona, but we've got all these clubs there in the CFG, right, who are doing a scout. Like, surely we've got someone there who's got. I mean, maybe Buati's coming through that. Don't we all that Troyes? Maybe Troyes. Maybe whoever's like the scout at Troyes has got onto City and said, "Oh, we need to get this Buati guy." I don't know. But listen, all I'm saying is City are putting a lot of eggs in the basket of Enzo Fernandez. Yeah, they're upsetting a lot of City fans by doing that, and I understand completely why. This player better work, mate, because if he don't, this is one of the worst decisions that this club will ever make. And I'm telling you,
this is the worst possible outcome. Every fucking chance that happens is we sell Nico Gonzalez, Newcastle get him, and we rock back up to Chelsea and go, okay, let's get this Enzo Fernandez talk going again. And they go, no, we're not selling him. We have him on a death row contract. Talk to us again next summer. And all of a sudden, he's not got the guy he wants the most, and we've lost Nico Gonzalez. So then it's panic stations, you know. I really hope there's some red alarms going on right now in the boardroom about what we're doing.
Yeah. I think we will get him because I think they want to sell him. I think they want to sell him. I think he wants to go. But yeah, we're going to get our pants pulled
Why
back.
do they want to
And
what was the loading on that? Why do they want to sell him?
because he's a dick.
So we want the deal. That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah. That's what the club wants. The club wants because the club wanted. I don't think Chelsea. It's not amazing, is it? It's not amazing. It's not like losing Messi. He's a decent player on his day. He's inconsistent. He can be good when he's on it. Sometimes he can be terrible. Sometimes he can go. He's also a bit of a problem. They're probably going 120 mil. We get how many back? Yes. You know what I mean? So they'll probably sell him. Go get someone else. And we've just got to hope. That's what I'm saying about Enzo Fernandez. We've got to hope that we get Enzo Fernandez, that those good performances that he can put in, that we've seen, yeah, become regular and be consistent. Because if you pay 120 million to get him in and carries on playing like he has done for Chelsea for the last few years, that's a terrible signing. Do you know what I mean? And he also needs to shut up, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's not even the worst. And by the way, where he's going to play, how he's going to play, that's not even the big thing. Yeah, I don't even know where that's the different conversation. That's not even the biggest thing of the day for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
we spent an hour here. Not much progress, but so far we've completed about 2.5 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels. 2.5 out of 6 panels. I'm going to have to do the rest offline. I don't want to be here forever. Plus, you know, basically there's nobody in the chat, so yeah. Anyways, have a nice day. If anyone is watching back, thank you for watching. Please like the video, please subscribe. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully I'll be working on page 43.